Hello and welcome back. My name is Guild Navigator, and today we're going to be continuing our Morocco Let's Play. So if I remember correctly, I stepped away for just a second. By that I mean a couple of hours, and I'm back again on the same day as the previous two recordings. If I remember what was going on, basically I was about to attack Portugal. Yeah, I just defeated the Portuguese army, and I was going to try to knock them out of the war. And I was on the fence, and I still am on the fence about whether I want to take a large chunk out of Portugal or whether I just want to knock them out of the war and get some money out of them or something. If nothing else, I think just doing this sieging and taking their pops as slaves is a good idea. Okay, always great to get additional parliament support. Yeah, I still don't think that it's possible for me to pass, but who knows, maybe. I'm not sure. So for exchanges like that where we basically traded casualties, I'm not sure if it's good. Like, I think it is, in the sense that it kind of like knocks them on their back foot, and buys me some breathing space, but it also does cost me casualties, which are kind of precious. I think it's reached the point that I want these 3K. I mean, even just having a second 3K sized army would be good, but the truth is that Aragon and Portugal together at this point are actually strong enough to beat me. Not that they will team up, but I don't like that. And I can solve it, even if it's a little tedious to ferry the troops across. Dude, our guys from the colonies, that's funny. And I have a colonial charter going on there, right? Yep. Okay, I have stolen. I can steal a map from the UK. One of the things I really don't like about this game is that, as far as I can tell, the only way to get line of sight is by you exploring somewhere or stealing the maps from someone. There might be a better way, but like, which is just weird, right? Because like, obviously I know about this ostensibly because of Muslim travelers and stuff like that. Same with this, like, but that's because of people who are like over here and not people from my country necessarily. So I don't know. It's EU4 did it better, where like you would periodically just like get all the maps that your friends had or that other people in your tech group had or something like that. It changed a couple of times over the course of the game, so I can't remember what the final form of it was. For a while, it was like you would get all the ones in your tech group when they still had that. Okay, stability for legitimacy in traditional economy. I think so. I have so much of a trade advantage. So when I said, for example, that like I've often wondered what the advantage of like min-maxing inflation, that would have been an example, right? Like I have 0 inflation. But if I had inflation, I could have taken like a negative at things. Like I've been leaving money on the table. Like, just think about it this way. .1 nets me like almost a gold. So we're talking like 100 gold is about what that event would have been worth. Look, pro Portugal, I really don't mind. I'll re-siege this shit. I'll capture more Portuguese slaves. Yeah, that's inevitably what happens whenever you use it to change laws. But again, like I said, I would take that trade. I think it's a good trade. Sometimes your people just stop walking for reasons I don't understand. Okay, I'm gonna go bounce across and deal with this Aragonese army. I think if I could just remove Portugal from the war, I would. Maybe I can get, like I said, the old Spanish border. Okay, the truth is that if Portugal's already willing to give me this much, I think it wouldn't take that much more to push and just like take as much as I want from them. I have a good amount of diplomatic capacity also, so I can churn out some vassals. Annexing this one and just improving relations just takes time. Who are you? Oh, you're the one I'm already annexing. I think I can stop with that. I want the diplomatic like points more. Yeah, you know, worst case, I just have to resiege this province, which is fine. How long has this war been going on for? So for like 6 years. I tend to notice that that's about the length of a war like this that I would characterize as having gone somewhat poorly. Yeah, man, the ability to fit the size 350 units on the boat is just amazing. Because in the past I would have had to split those down again, and it just doubles the boat number of rides, right? I mean, which makes sense. I have twice as many boats. Cool, the North African reinforcements. Yeah, that's a scary army from Aragon. I still think I would beat it, but it would not be guaranteed at all. Okay, so yeah, my plan is to just like, let's just knock Portugal out of the war. And then once Portugal's out of the war, I'll be in a much stronger position, and I can just focus on basically one front war. I can start sieging stuff down. Actually, I think that that's a bad idea. I really want to join up with them, if at all possible. Okay, I need to be careful with this. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, they're sieging down. They're just being stupid. Because they could pop this army, and that would be really bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cool. No. They're just done. That's great, and then I can go kill that army. Okay, so unified. And they'll capture the Badajoz market. I wonder if they're going to make another one, or what will happen then, because it'll technically be under my control again. Okay, cool. Just deleted the Portuguese army. Yeah, they're willing to accept this. We can get more. I wanna see what a 100 war score would give me. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go for. It's ugly as hell, but at least it's mine. And again, like I said in the previous one, like the plan is to conquer all of Iberia, so. It's funny that these places will unsiege just in time. for me to be able to re-siege them. Okay, I'm going to do something potentially greedy, and I actually am going to detach, and I'm going to go kill this Portuguese army here. I don't think that they have an army that's bigger than 1,000. That, like, I can't see right now. But I would love to kill this army. When I do end up defeating the Portuguese, it's gonna damage my war score, obviously, but I wonder if I'm gonna get to keep the war score from these battles, or if that goes away. Okay. That's good to know. We'll see once I capture port, and but when we get port, I'll see what they would be willing to accept. The army that I beat that went south is actually a little bit dangerous. So I'm gonna route my army north, trying to beat the long path. And then when this is captured, I'm gonna head south and go to Aragon, and then basically I think just whatever Portugal's willing to accept at that point, I'll make those the terms. If it's not quite 100 war score, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay, let's see. -7 reasons, so I just need to take a little bit off. Something like this. And obviously that's gonna piss off all of Catholic Europe against me, but that's just a normal day in my Chud life. Okay, now Aragon, you're basically on your own, so you're probably willing to accept some pretty steep peace terms yourself. So I can't take Valencia without occupying it, but that's okay. Yeah, you're nowhere near accepting the kind of shit that I'm going to impose on you. It's okay. First we need to just crush your army. Then we'll crush your spirits. I'll plan on just setting up a whole bunch of like vassals here. Like actually vassals, not even fiefdoms or anything, just because my I believe it's still kind of unbalanced. Yeah, they have no power frustration, and they have 9.5, and then that 9.5 is gonna increase when the war finishes, because right now all of my Iberian fiefdoms are pretty beat up. Okay, I have a diplomat. What do I want to spend this diplomat on? I'm improving with those people who I plan on annexing. Improving with I think I'm going to start improving relations with Scythia. I also need to begin to impose my religion on these guys. Although it doesn't matter too much, because the Dima are kind of like almost the opposite of the tribesmen, in the sense that they pay a relatively large amount of taxes. Although there are, I think, basically 0 of them right now. Lagos, like Lagos, Nigeria. I wonder if that's what Lagos is named after. I lived in Brazil for a period of time, and there was, I believe, an area called Lagos Norte and Lagos... I'm so bad. My accent is horrible. But basically, Lagos North and Lagos South. So I wonder if Lagos is a more generic term. Okay, I can crush this army, and then I think I should be able to just assault the fortress again. Yeah, there's only 10 people in it. If I can get it before the end of the month. That'll be good. And then let's go. I need to crush this army. My heir's religion. Sure. Let's see, I can claim this one in the wars without having to occupy it. So I'm going to occupy Valencia. I think because it's their capital, right? It just says province capital. But I think it is their capital. It's got the gold star on it, which all the other capitals do. Including mine. Look how beautiful it is. I could build some more these, which are always good, and also those, which are always good. Okay, Siege of Valencia went well. Oh, they're there. -4 reasons. I think when I crush this army, they'll be good to surrender. Yep, they will. I could take even more. No. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna impose the peace treaty on these people. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna assign the vassals, and then I think that this, when I'm done assigning the vassals, I think this is a pretty good stopping point. Let's make... I don't want to make all of them vassals on both sides because this is a pretty hefty supply of people that I'm doing. At least on this side, it's all going to be vassals, and then I think I'll go for like 50-50 on the other side. Or honestly, maybe not. I have so many fucking fiefdoms. Okay, those I will... No, they should really be their own. So this actually seems like the perfect example of the kind of thing I want the fiefdoms to be. Like, I think you want a bazillion tiny fiefdoms. And the reason for that is that when you have lots of little fiefdoms, you have more people who can do the parliament action. To improve your character. Okay, cool. And I'm just going to continue to do the choose random. Okay, cool. Let's do one more vassal at least. Do vassal in, I think, what was Valencia, because that's going to be pretty powerful. And these can just be fiefdoms. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep this little place. Just because I think my integration guy is almost done, right? No, he's only at 50%. And I still have the subject capacity, so I'll do it. I'll do another vassal. And I may have overproduced vassals, but that's how life works. You balance them out. Okay, and this is, I think, a perfect place to stop. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.